Bubba.
Oh, yeah. Nah, 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 nah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nah, 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 nah. Never give up on yourself, 'cause there is no one else to ever be the way you are. Never give up on your dreams, that you will be that person you always wanted to be. And this life is worth living.
Hello and welcome to Smile and Spread a Little Joy. That was my brother. Never give up. Never give up on your dreams. And your purpose is to share the smile. I'm your host, Deborah, known as the Smile Lady, because we're all born to smile. You're the smile man, the smile kid, the smile lady. Yes, our purpose is to leave this place a little bit better than we found it. Now, I have a guest here today, Brandon K. And he is going to help me break down the smile today, because we're going to do it in 3 different languages. And we're going to go through the support, motivate, invest, love, and educate in American Sign Language, English, and Spanish. Yes, we are. So, we're going to get ready. And you know, S is for support, right? And support is what? What, Brandon?
Apoyar.
Apoyar, right? It takes a whole village to raise just one child. So that's the sign for support. Okay, and then we're going to go with motivate. What is motivate?
Motivación.
Motivación, and that's enthusiasm. It means in God. And that is whatever you love doing so much you would do it even if you didn't get paid. So support, motivate. Now we're going to go with invest. This is the I. Invest. Now in that invest, it's like serving and giving back. What would you say for that?
Invertir.
Invertir, amor, pasión. So in other words, you love your passion, right?
That's right.
That's it. So here you go. You take your 2 X's and you serve. You serve, or you serve. So that's the invest. Not the money invest. Yes, I like money, but I prefer the serving. The rent you pay on earth is giving back to the community. That's it. That's Muhammad Ali. He said that one. Now love. Here's your L. Love. What is that?
Amor.
Amor. Is that agape?
Agape love.
Oh, agape love. Amor. So amor. Without that, so you have to love yourself. The smallest word, but that's the most powerful word in smile. Love. Okay, now educate. Here's your E. What is that?
Educación.
Educación. Educación.
Educación.
Okay, what is teacher?
Maestro.
Maestro.
Maestra.
So teach. Teach. Now when you do this, that's teacher. When you do this, it's just teach. But if you want teacher, boom. So say it again. Teacher.
Teacher. Maestro or
Okay.
maestra.
And then educate.
Educación.
Okay, then smile. How you do smile?
Sonrisa.
Sonrisa. Okay, sonrisa. So you're gonna smile and just spread.
To spread the smile.
Okay, a
Para
little joy.
Ofrecer su sonrisa.
Okay, there you go.
Alegría.
Thank you so much. Okay, well, we introduced it a different way. This is Brandon. Say your last name.
Oh, Kamuela.
Kamuela. And you're a naturalist?
I am a naturalist or musician.
Okay,
combination.
good. And because you worked as a forest ranger, how many years?
I did 3 summers in the National Park Service in different national parks.
Good. Well, anyway, welcome. I know this is
Thank you
not a
very
typical welcome, but I wanted to do that in Spanish, and this is the first time I did it in 3 languages.
Bienvenidos.
Yes, I guess you say muchas gracias.
Muchas
Brandon.
gracias.
Brandon. See, I'll be Spanish before we end here. Now, what I want to do right now is ask you the question I ask 98% of the time. If you're going to be a guest on my show, prepare this answer. What is it you love doing so much you would do it even if you didn't get paid?
And this is music and exuding and offering music with the deepest of my heart and joy to people.
So you
in
just
this
travel
world.
around, because tell me how many countries you've been to.
I've been to about 10 to 13 or so.
Okay, so that's
Central
basically what you do,
America,
travel
Mexico.
and sing?
Yes,
Yeah.
as a traveling minstrel, troubadour, I guess you could
Yeah,
say.
okay, and that's how you learned how'd you learn your Spanish?
And I learned mi Espanol because I went down to Mexico. I went to Mexico and Latin America, and I became involved with these cultures and learned about this music and their joy and their alegría.
And so where are you
Same
originally
with
from?
Europe, Washington State.
Washington
Actually,
State, okay, then you go come up and go. Where did
that's
Hawaii
right.
come from?
And my dad has got there's the shaka one time for everybody, Hawaiian spirit, because my dad was born and raised in Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
ha from Hawaii, I'd like to interject, means breath.
Ha.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Hawaii. Okay,
That's right.
now they're going to put up a word, CommUnify. This word you taught me yesterday. So we're going to break down CommUnify. They're going to put that up. CommUnify means?
Yes, okay, so CommUnify, or communification, as I came up with, is actually the idea of unifying the two words, communication and unification.
Oh,
What does that
community and
mean?
unification.
Community and unification.
Okay, so
And
CommUnify.
the idea of either crossbreeding or cross-pollinating, if you will,
All
cultures.
Right.
So you have this resemblance with this word that says we're all equal. We have the different ethnicities and backgrounds, but we can do things together, whether it's musicality or talents, whatever
Okay.
our groove is.
I like that better because I don't like the word colorblind. I want you to see my color. I'm black, I'm African, I'm proud. James Brown said, say that loud. Don't be colorblind. And I don't like the word tolerance. I don't want you to just tolerate me. I want you to accept me. You know, they have the Museum of Tolerance. Let me tolerate those black people. Let me tolerate those Mexicans. Or let me no. We embrace each other. You see my color, but we communify.
That's right, absolutely.
I like that much better.
Absolutely.
Now, naturalist. They're going to put that up. Naturalist is?
Okay, this is someone that goes out and teaches about cultural and natural features of a region or a place that you might go to. It could be anywhere in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually teach about these kind of things, and so that people are more attracted, if you will, and have that love of the region that they are in.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that's culturally sound, and that's environmentally sound.
Yes. And so that
It's the
which
identity,
means,
if you will, of the place.
okay, so that means respect the area
Respect and
you're
honor
in, and honor
the
it.
region that
so
you're
you
in.
go to the desert or you go here, just like I went to archaeology for my working on my master's. We had to go stay in
right.
Utah in this archaeological dig, no showers, no water, nothing. But we could not mess up the environment. We could not remove rocks.
Right.
We couldn't do anything. We had to leave it
It
better.
keeps the integrity there.
Exactly.
Leave no trace. Take only pictures. Leave only. Excuse me. Leave. Yeah, that's it.
Leave
take
the
only
stuff,
pictures
but take
and leave.
pictures.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, and they were really strict about that. I mean, oh my gosh, it's like, you know, really, really. But the place we went just happened to be the professor. My professor owned the land, so
All
we
right.
got to
All right.
get the obsidian and all the stone. We got to take at least, I forgot because we drove up there. I forgot how many bags we were able to carry out.
Oh yes. Okay. Right. So that a lot of time they'll have a limit on those things because again they'd like you to preserve the resource as it was, keep it intact, keep its integrity intact. Mm-hmm. The same as you would with a culture. You go and again take pictures, leave only footprints.
Yes.
That means respect and honor and communify.
Right,
With
communify.
the brothers and the sisters.
So, but you know what? With archaeology, it was just really,
Yes.
it's funny. We
That's
started
lovely
out
to
like
have a
this.
hands-on
We
if you
wound
can.
up like 8 feet. I'm like, hello.
You're actually-
All they have to do is push this dirt and they've buried me alive. I was like scared because I was like the only black person there too in Utah. I said, look, am I going to have protection? They better communify. You know, with me, it was really, really weird, but it was one of the best experiences I had, you know,
Did it become a
living out there in
coincidence, did it?
nature, no water, nothing. As a matter of fact, for that dig, I shaved my hair. Because when they
you
said
did?
we weren't going to have water, I said, how am I going to wash this stuff? You know, so I shaved it and this, and so I was kind of smart on that. Because we only got 5 gallons of water that we had to lay in the sun to heat up. And that was for your cooking, your shower, brushing your
They
everything.
become a still, yes. water that you.
Well, each one we had a bag. You had to buy. We had to buy this thing. It's a container that you lay out in the sun.
Right, like a still.
Yeah,
they call
and
it.
then you hang it up. That's what you took your shot. Everything. With this 5 gallons of water a day, you respect water.
Absolutely.
When you know you just have
Conserve,
5
preserve,
gallons.
Right, and follow from way back to our Native American friends
Exactly.
to in Hawaii, they've got the culture of the Polynesians that came over. It's the same idea. Water is a lifeblood of a culture and a place.
Okay. So right now, you just came here from Washington, or did you come here from Spain?
I was over in Europe for a while, over in Spain and Portugal and England and Ireland, and just most recently in Spain. And as far as communifying over there, what ended up happening is you go over there and you learn their music and the vibrance and the vitality of a culture, a cultural identity. Once again, that word that you can cross over for naturalist, if you will, or anthropologist in this case, I guess you could say, would be a better form of it. And you actually go and you may stay with these people, you may visit as a backpacker, you may visit as a scientist, what have you, but you're always there respecting and learning from them and their identity.
You know,
So
I
it's a
had an
crossbreed,
exchange
isn't
student
it,
from
then? Oh, you did?
Italy, and they told us not to speak any Italian. I cheated. I went out and got a thesaurus.
Arrivederci.
Because it was, oh yes, it was really difficult because she had to learn my culture. And Ciara, she says, "You, my black mama," and I said, "Yes, I am." And she was so used to having maids and stuff like that. So I said, "No, you in America, you vacuum your room," and we would go back and forth because there was different things that she expected me to do and things I expected her to do. But we wind up meshing, and I did use a thesaurus because I couldn't. It got frustrating, you know, trying
absolutely.
to, you know, communicate like that. So that's what you sort of do. You're sort of like their exchange student.
In one sense, certainly with my music and my musicality, I played guitar for 20 years and sang for 6 or 7. And when you go to these places, wherever they might be, and especially in Spain, for example, the flamenco and the vibrance of la flamenco and the people that are dancing and from the caves and all of this vibrance, if you will, you find this and then you can interact with it with your passion. So in other words, integrate with what the music you know and learn from them. And it's such what we need, isn't it?
So,
isn't it, Devin?
So
in
right
this
now,
world.
like now, we both go barefooted a lot.
That's
and
right.
Connecting, talk about that, because I know what it is, but tell people about connecting with nature. We're so busy behind this technology and this and computer this.
We are. We're
so talk about that.
by this. And the thing about going barefoot is you actually are more grounded, and your soul, I feel, is even more grounded to the earth when you're actually got your feet in the sand or in the grass or in the dirt, what have you. And when you're working with your hands in the earth, but especially when you walk, that's actually absorbed into your soul and into your body and into you.
So
it grounds you.
And
Literally
I
grounds
just
you.
love. I mean, it's rare that I put on.
I'm barefooting right now.
Shoes, exactly. I know you are.
Barefooting.
And so just like I know
about
we
that.
went out to eat the other day, and you were facing the TV, and you said, "Please, can you change places with me because
did.
I don't want to see this TV." So
that inundation, we're completely, and we fall into this. It's hard to bridge the gap between that sometimes. I've got a friend that works in television a little bit as well, or just videography in a church, and it's that idea of can we utilize it but not be just so absorbed that we stop talking to brothers and sisters, you know, that we
and wait here. Typically I'm doing this. What did you say?
Hey,
did you say
exactly.
this?
Now wait a minute, and I was doing the same thing, wasn't I, just now when I was speaking to you? That was the idea of...
Yeah, we get so connected. This phone's so smart, it better pay your rent. It better drive you someplace as much as we pay for it. Who's smart, the phone or you? It's only as smart as a user, and I think we kind of dumb down letting the phone take over. You don't go to grandma no more, you say Google it. And if grandma tells you, let me check it out and see if she's telling the truth, and Google it. That's not good. I'm catching myself get into that. I'm catching myself get into, you know, all of this, what you say.
It's quite
crap.
the absorption or inundation of things, and I really believe that, like just what you and I are doing, and how we met, and other people along my journey, when I witnessed them in their mode, I just hope also that they're also doing things like grounding themselves in the earth, that they're actually contemplating if they want this meaning of why we're here and our purpose, and which I think is service. It's another thing.
Exactly. So
we have a grander mission.
So on that, your purpose here now that you've traveled all your countries and this, and you're here in America for a minute. You don't know where you're going to be tomorrow. Because I met you and it's like, whoa, my whole pattern. I told him here, I said, I know I was supposed to be here. I know I was supposed to be here at 10 o'clock, but I met this person and da-da-da-da. And it just float. I think we should get into flowing more with what we feel as opposed to going to. That drives me nuts in a way. It drives them nuts when I don't go to a pattern here, you know, because TV and just free flow is whole two different things.
That's right.
And they say, how's your show going to go? I said, well, I have an outline, but it may not be. Or a guest may not come, and Bonquisha may come out. I don't know. Bubba may not be here, so I may have to be on the cameras, and we may have to bring a lizard up here. So they just kind of hate it because I'm real spacey when it comes to that. And I think when people work my shows, they expect me to be like Oprah and this and that, the other. And it's just very hard. I went from theater to this, and that was big enough.
Oh, yes.
I hated this like for the first 3 years. It was just like, and now that I'm getting used to it, now that reality TV is coming and it's getting more relaxed, I like it a little better. But now I want to direct.
Oh, yes. Oh, wonderful.
So you mentioned traveling. I would love to travel with you and how you say the camera person in this and we do the street thing.
Yes. Well, absolutely. And I'd have this idea about going down to Mexico, or México, as we say in español, para la gente que son escuchando, de latinos y todo. And where you go down and actually, once again, are filming these people with their music and their culture in the different states of Mexico.
I like in the real, not studio,
real.
In the real.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I'm working on my editing, because I like in the real and then bring it to the studio and put it together, because this doesn't feel right. Just like Smile started in the street and with the homeless and the Jumeirah. So when you kind of try to clean it up, it's like, yeah, you want to clean it up and expose, but I feel more comfortable in the streets.
Right, you get a real mixed bag because you may not get exactly what you witnessed, and it's much better to be what you witnessed raw, and that's very special. That's going to bring people's heart and soul out.
Here we meet at a recording session. And I didn't even come there for you, and you wind up on my show. And he says, "Wait a minute, I'm jealous. When am I going to be?" Oh, we're taping this on a special day. Whose day?
This is my sister's birthday,
now
actually.
You can look
Amber.
in that camera, okay.
Hello, Amber, happy birthday, or feliz cumpleaños, as we say, or cumple feliz in Espanol. And hello to Amber, my very special sister, who's also a wonderful communifier. There's another word, some verbiage there. Communication, CommUnify, she knows that one.
So it'll be a little belated.
Hello to Amber.
But we're actually doing this on her birthday. And you said,
absolutely.
Wow, this is wonderful. We're going to be in the studio on my sister's birthday. So
very special.
We had to recognize that. Also, so in your giving back, your support system in this, was your family supported when you just decided to be this free hippie?
Well, I think the thing about that is, isn't it, that very early on they said, no, wait a minute, you're going to go to school and college and university, and they do all that, actually. And that was great. And I'd worked toward something, working as a park ranger in national parks and that sort of thing. And then they understood when I started to go out there, and I came up with this word, for example, I was really doing that. I was taking what I was learning in school and going out there and culturally, if you will, truly immersing myself in another culture, in this case, the Mexican culture. And I traveled with a guy all the way down to Panama. We did just that. We CommUnified. We welcomed, we also volunteered.
So they were supportive
Guatemala.
Once they knew you weren't going to give it up.
That's the thing. They said, he's definitely after this, and he's passionate about it. And we can see that drivenness, that's a word.
Passion. I hope y'all got the word.
Passion.
Passion. You got to have that.
Passion.
What you love doing so much, you do it even if you didn't get paid. He ain't getting paid. He broke as a. I ain't gonna say how my father said it.
That's right.
That's
right.
rated R.
That's for another time. That's for another time and place.
But so basically, you love it because you're taking care of it, just working your passion. So your motivation was the love of that. So now you're giving back to community by doing what? Because basically your gift is to share, and that's your smile. So how are you giving back?
I was just going to say that, and I think it's how you've discovered me, and I think that the smile, it really is much more than just the smile to some people.
Exactly.
It is an element of hope and joy and peace, possibly, but extremely hope maybe for some people on that street that they do this.
Exactly.
And I would say, as a kid, it might be funny, but they called me Guy Smiley from one of those kids programs. They said, this is Guy Smiley. And I said, I didn't like it as a kid. And I realized now, Well, I'm glad I can exude that.
Exactly.
Exuberance is where it's at. We have too much pain on the planet, don't we?
Exactly. And Mother
Positive
Teresa
reinforcement.
said this, when a person meets you, Brandon, they should say their life is much better because they met you, not worse. So each person that you meet, their life should be better because they met you. Like Muhammad Ali said, the rent you pay on earth is serving the community. That's your rent.
That's right.
You need to pay rent every day, so that is your rent.
You must be the change you want to see in the world.
Exactly. So we went through that, and you mentioned a little bit in love. We already got that. You exude that. But the education, what did you get your degree in?
Well, I was going for environmental education, and I did stop short. I admit that. But it was due to the fact that I found other ways to go out there with music. There's a lot of things within the system that are honed for certain people, and my music, I thought I could just go out there and drive it home with a smile, for one thing.
Mm-hmm. See, there you go. I'm telling you, when I meet a person with a passion, I used to be, let me get this type of guest and this. No. All I do when I go out there, go that smile. Or a person will call me, I got somebody that's perfect for your show. They exude this smile, they have this passion. Because I see dead people. Yes. You know what a dead person is? You look in their eyes and you can tell they don't have a life, they don't have a passion. They're just existing maybe for a paycheck, or they're just existing. They're not thriving, they're not living, they're not sharing their smile. Because if you think about it, people.
That is certainly the truth. You need to thrive and have vitality.
Exactly, thrive, not just survive or live there on a breathing machine, so to speak, lights on, nobody home. You can tell a person, I can tell a person, that's why some people wear sunglasses. They don't want you to see them dead. Because the eyes is the window of the soul, and I can tell a person who's not working their passion, don't know what their passion is, and that's why I like to get them young and say, what is it you love doing? Work in that. And even if you have to get a JOB, just over broke. You can do that to find your passion, but never give up your passion, even if you have to work another job. Even if you're singing in the break room with your guitar, and you hate going out there waiting them tables, you gotta work your passion to thrive.
Absolutely.
And to smile. The other one is just paying the bills.
That's right.
But your hope, working 10,000 hours of it, becoming an expert to get paid doing it. That's the goal.
Yes, absolutely.
But until then,
become a specialist. When you're a naturalist is a generalist, and so we see the breadth of whatever happens, the cultural, natural integrity of a place. I'd like to mention that went to the Tournament of Roses with someone. I think you know who it is.
Yes.
And that was quite lovely.
Yes.
And the smile has been a lovely asset for that for, what did you say, 2 or 3 years? That's
a docent for 2.
Docent
yeah.
for 2.
I've been there since 2004, but they rotate our positions, and I was a docent for 3 years. Yeah.
And he took me on a journey there and also spoke to me about the 100th year anniversary of National Park Service, and that was quite exciting to hear. And the Organic Act of 1916 was based truly on that, cultural and resources, and providing and preserving those within those resources. So the idea of keeping things preserved as well as keeping visitor use intact, that is identity, that is CommUnifying. NPS early on did CommUnification, didn't they?
See?
So there you go.
Uh-huh.
And so
I'm wondering if I don't know if we'll ever, here's my take on it. And today, I'm about to cry thinking about this. This is my moment of silence for the police officers, the 12 that got shot, and this and the other. Oh my gosh, it happened this morning. And I truly believe that we are so immersed in technology and all of that that we're losing that empathy. We're losing that. We're not learning each other. Like, I wouldn't have even expected Spanish to come out of your self. You don't even look like you know anything but you know. And you go,
that hat you saw me with the
that's
first
what I'm
time
saying.
too,
I'm
wasn't
like, and then you're gonna come speaking this fluent Spanish and this and that and the other, and I'm like, okay, you said you're from Hawaii, okay, just connecting like this.
That's it.
And that's what you wore right here.
Yes.
The black and white hands together. And I told you the story about the black and white.
Yes.
It's the rainbow. But anyway, before it gets away, I want you to look in your camera, and I want you to give words of wisdom. Anything that you want them to know about you. You may be talking to yourself back when you wish somebody would have said to you when you were 13 or 14 or whatever. So give your words of wisdom right there.
I would say to everyone out there listening, youth especially, follow your dreams and your passions and your drive, and keep after whatever it is that you are driven or passionate about, because that is the grandest talent that has been given to you. And it is wonderful to see people as I've met on my journeys, and I've seen their driven passion for their music, for their art, for their sculpture, for their speech, what have you. Keep after that, because that is the greatest gift, and also hone that smile. Never lose that. Never have someone say, oh man. No, just always give that back, and that is a beautiful thing, and I encourage this to all generations. This is what I'm doing in my life now. This is how I met Deb, and I really encourage that upon you. Yes,
and mine, in light of what happened today,
yes,
is holding on to anger and resentment is like taking poison into yourself, hoping the other person dies. You gotta let it go. You got to smile. And a smile, even in the mirror, you can Google that if you want, releases endorphins. The smile, your smile is a gift to someone, so you are supposed to physically smile and also share your gift, which is a smile. And when somebody says you have a beautiful smile, say you're welcome, because you just gave them a gift. So you need touch, a hug, you need your water, you need the sunshine and a smile. All of that is free. So share it. And I am so glad that I follow my inner instincts with you, because I'm about to lose it. Because with everything that's going on right now, all they have to do is go back to nature and a simple smile. This smartphone is fine, but don't let it consume you.
That's for
I can
sure.
wear a wig, but don't let that wig be me. Let it be an
That's right.
accessory. Some people just go too far and just make this their heartbeat or their life. And every time I catch myself doing it,
it's this.
I lose it.
Yeah.
I lose it. So basically, let's do it again. Support,
Apoyar,
motivate,
motivación,
invest,
invertir, amor o pasión o lo que sea.
love,
Amor,
okay, and educate,
educación,
and smile.
sonrisa.
So you can close it back. Until next time. Guess what? Gemstones in the rough. We forgot that.
Gemstones in the rough. Now, friends, what that means.
And they can roll on that if they want to, but go ahead.
That's right, absolutely. One day I might have a
Gemstones
CD
in the rough. Go ahead.
with that comes out. Gemstone in the rough. A gemstone is that person who has been in that culture and has been driven to do things, and in the rough, that might be the materialism about the world, but a brother or sister can get up and he can say, you know what, I've got this, let's do this, and follow it, and follow the dream.
So you're a
follow the
gemstone
music.
in the rough like a diamond in the rough.
That's right.
That's why your CD is called
Absolutely.
Gemstone in the rough. Okay, number 8 is called what?
Palm birds.
Palm birds. When I edit this the next time, palm birds is going to be playing underneath there. I love you so much. Thank you so much for smiling wherever we are.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much in the booth.
Muchas
Thank
gracias
you, everybody.
todos.
Oh, that's it. Go ahead. Keep on doing
Muchas
it.
gracias a todos por escuchando.
Go ahead. Give some words of wisdom in Spanish.
A ver, algo de sabiduría en español es que sigue y lograr que lo que quieres. Sigue lo que quieres. Y arreglarlo. Hug yourself. Abrazarte. Porque es importante, muy importante. Siga tu pasión.
That's it. Good job.
All right.
It's really good. And it's just so important. I mean, I lost
And you're dancing so high above the crowd. When